Hello, everyone, and welcome to episode 12 of the Redbox Studio Facebook Live series. And my name is Krista Goon, and welcome back to another episode where we are going to talk to someone who is going to teach us all about marketing, but marketing in the millennial way and marketing in the way that allows you to see how different platforms will give you different results. So today I have with me a very special guest of mine, but before I introduce her, I just want to welcome those of you who'll be watching this replay again. Just welcome once to the replay and have fun watching this. For those of you who are just joining us in the live session, remember to have your questions ready because we're going to ask our special guest a lot of questions today. And I hope you're ready with whatever you have or whatever, how should I say, whatever things that is on your mind about YouTube, about marketing, maybe even about music, right? So you can definitely ask our guest. So let me bring her on.
Hi.
Hi, Adele.
Hi, Krista again.
Yeah. So Adele, please introduce yourself briefly first before we get to everything.
All right, sure. I'm Adele. I'm the owner of Adele Academy. We were established unofficially 5 years ago, officially last year after our renovations. I'm 28 years old, 29 in December. And yes, I'm going to count that as a win, okay? So yes, I'm 28.
And you're a millennial.
I guess so.
So you're going to teach us how the millennials look at marketing, what they are thinking of, what they want to see, right? Because you're right in that age.
Yeah.
Okay. So each time before we start, I always want my guests to bring on a book. I mean, I think I started this probably 3 or 4 episodes ago. I want my guests to bring on a book so that we can also see what's on your reading list. Okay, so introduce your book.
All right. So actually, I got this as a Christmas present from a very close friend of mine, Kenneth. He's in the US, but we every time we see each other, we have a little group sharing of how to improve business and all that. So he actually recommended me to read this book, The Art of Creative Thinking by Rod Judkins.
Okay, that's a tough name. Rod Judkins.
Rod Judkins. I think I'm saying it correctly. I hope.
Okay.
Yeah.
And what is so fascinating about this book?
So he told me that because he wrote something in the book saying that this is for you whenever you feel stuck or like you have no motivation, you can just open this book. So I didn't know what that meant until recently. So I was like, okay, you know what? Well, I'm trying to progress further into my school and how to improve it, right? So I'm going to read a bit to see what it's about. Then I realized that this book, you don't even have to follow the page numbers. They're just little excerpts of success stories. So it's basically, right, if let's say you just turn to any page you want and you can just start from there. So like they will tell you a title. Let's say make the present. I cannot make the present a present.
The present a present. Okay.
Yeah. So if that strikes you, you can read through it. It's only about 2.5 pages, maybe. And then after that, usually it's a story of other scientists or novel authors or whoever creators. So it's their struggle and how they did to overcome it. And you just read through. Then if you feel like it's a good direction to go, they will recommend you another page that is in the same line. If it's not, maybe you want to take a step back, then they will recommend you something else.
So it is like connected, like kind of linked up lah. They kind of give you that. Okay. That's interesting.
It's great for people who don't know what to do and don't have the attention span to read the whole book. Because I have recently had that problem, where I read the first 3 chapters and then I'm like, okay, next.
Okay. So do you specifically like this book for the fact that it has short snippets, it
Short
has
snippet.
like quick, mm,
Yeah, and
interesting stories?
also yeah, it helps motivate you. Like, hey, people who are already successful already went through it too. You're not alone.
Mm,
So it helps motivate you to go further.
okay. So
Yeah.
thank you so much for the book recommendation. I personally have not read the book. I always love uncovering what new books that I haven't read yet. Okay, so my turn to show you a book.
Yeah.
Okay, this is the book. Uh, it's
That,
by Dan Rome, called Show and Tell. Okay, let me just put it here. Okay, Show and Tell. How everybody can make extraordinary presentations. So
wow.
this is the book, like I was telling Adele just now when we were at the studio, that I actually bought this book for Nick because he likes books that are something like what you read, Adele, shorter, simpler, more snippet like, so that he can quickly go to the page that he just reads one chapter, and then he doesn't need to start from chapter 1. He can
Yeah.
start from chapter 10 and then work backwards or work forwards. So this book is about presentations, and I always find presentations very it's an interesting and intriguing subject, because we always need to learn how to make our presentations better. So this book is good because I'm going to show you why it's good. Even I found it good. It's very, very visual, right? So
Mm.
it has a lot of graphics, and people are more inclined these days to look at books with lots of drawings, lots of like arrows and stuff like that, and they're very little text. So he explains that there are different types of presentations, and for each different type of presentation, there's a structure to it, and how you can use that structure in your own presentation, so that your presentation become better and less wordy, less long-winded, but also more effective. Because inside he has things like, okay, if we're going for a pitch, right? You're going to pitch someone. What are the elements in the pitch in your slide deck that you should have? Or if you're
Ah,
going to just make a report for your company, right? What kinds of ingredients you need to put inside that slide deck? So basically, different types. Okay, so this is my book recommendation of the week. Okay, so now we are going to get into the meat, to get into the stuff that we're here for. But first, oh,
hi
your
Nick.
friend. Hi, Nicholas,
He's
Leon,
he's
Mike,
one of my
Sarah.
teachers.
Okay, so let me show that. Can't really see his face, but a little bit of it.
He is a really
Okay,
good self-taught sound editor. So a lot of my music that you hear on my page, on my channel,
okay,
is done by him.
okay.
Bas-
Wow, okay.
Yeah,
Hi, Nick.
he's like
Wow.
21 years old, 22 years old. Yeah.
So you see, I was right. So I got the right people to come in with her right friends who are in that, in that age group.
I'm trying to
Okay.
find the link to share with other people to get in.
Okay. So while you're doing that, I want to briefly also introduce you, so that those who have just come in, if you're just coming to our Facebook Live, please say hello, please leave a comment, and of course, tell us who you are and where you're from. Okay, let me introduce Adele. Adele Khor is the principal and founder of Adele Academy, located in Penang. She's an accomplished musician. She sings, plays the piano, and the ukulele. She founded her music school in 2014 and formally established it in 2018. At Adele Academy, she and the teachers encourage their students to perform and build stage presence, teamwork, confidence through music. I like that. I think that's a very unique way of putting it. Instead of just like, okay, we teach music, right? Before she started her own business, she taught vocals and piano at various music schools in Penang and Selangor. I didn't know that part about you and Selangor, but I like finding that part out. She's
Yeah.
also a choir teacher and performs at weddings and events. She has a degree of Bachelor of Science, major in psychology and communications from Segi College University. She also writes jingles for commercials, as she is a songwriter and composer. More importantly, she is great with children. I love that part where you say children above the age of 3 years old.
Yes.
What happens to them if they're below 3?
I don't want to change their diapers.
Besides running her academy and managing students and teachers, she's also a certified insurance agent and financial investment planner with AIA and MDRT 2018 member, and is in the process of setting up her own agency. So welcome once more, Adele, to our Facebook Live series.
Thank you, Krista.
Okay, so without further ado, after we introduce everything and the books that we're reading, so let's get started into this whole idea of marketing. So definitely MCO has changed a lot of how we market. But even before MCO, maybe you'd like to tell us what you were doing online, even before we all started getting online and doing all these things. Yeah.
So I do have a couple of students who are with me, and then they move away for college and all that. Or some of them, they migrate, but they wanted to continue classes with me. So I started this, I think, 4 or 5 years ago. And I said, why not we try doing this online? Because, it's something new. It might work, it might not work. If it doesn't work, then okay, at least I know I can say that we've tried something. So other than that, so I've been teaching ukulele, piano, and vocal online, and to people who are in US, UK, Hong Kong, and KL.
Okay. My next question is, how difficult is that? Because it's
Initially,
music, right?
yeah. So initially, it was very difficult because we were trying to work out the kinks in the first month or so. Like, oh, um, how do we get them to see what we're doing, and how do we see what they're doing? Because we are at the mercy of internet connection, which isn't very friendly.
Hmm.
So, like,
Internet yang lembab.
I know, right? Like, I had problems with connecting this morning.
Okay. Yeah,
Yeah,
actually, my place also had some problems this morning. I was like
yeah.
praying and hoping. I was thinking, do I have to get somewhere in order to have a Facebook Live with
I know,
you?
right? I was thinking that too. I was like, oh no, I better like find a place really.
Otherwise,
Yeah,
I would have driven myself to your academy. We'll both sit side by side, right? And we'll do it together
yeah, why
in a
not?
safe space. Yeah. Yeah, so
Yeah.
it's not easy. I mean, I would say it's not easy even trying to teach
Mm,
anything online. What more music, right? And
mm.
music has its own challenges in terms of like if you're not there physically, it's going to be hard.
But I
Am I
think,
right?
right, if it's
Mm,
not a beginner, let's say they have been with us for a while, it's actually much
mm,
easier because they know our style. Like, even when I teach music live, I don't really have to be so physically near them. I'm usually behind. This
mm.
is to encourage them to try to work things out themselves. Like, I'm there, but let you try to be independent first.
I see. Okay. What's
Mm.
your favorite among, I mean, like you're teaching vocals and you're teaching piano and you're teaching ukulele. What's your favorite
To
to teach?
to teach would be, I like vocal most, but it's the most difficult to teach because that would require the maximum attention. Like,
Okay.
you really need it's more physically tiring in a way
Mm.
because you need to really sing with them to show them. Whereas,
Oh, okay.
yeah, piano and ukulele, they're just like using your fingers as much. You don't have to really like coordinate teaching and showing off how to do it.
Okay. So
Mm,
that was way, way before the pandemic even started, right? You were already teaching
yeah.
online. And I think when I was talking to you, say about 5 years before this. Am I
I,
correct?
was it
Is
that
it
long
5 years?
ago?
2015, about 2015?
Wow.
Really, right? You were telling me, right? 5 years. I think, wow, that's a long time. So even way before this started. So
Mm,
now that, of course, things are all gradually moving online,
mhm.
you've also started with YouTube.
Yes.
Way before this, did you uh, start with YouTube? I mean, when you were teaching online, did you already have a YouTube channel? Did you already start making videos and all that? Because I do know that you've done some stuff for your church.
I always wanted to have my own YouTube channel, but like it never really took off because I don't know. I thought YouTube is a challenge, because somehow somewhere people think it's like an extra step to subscribe. And it's not easy
Okay.
to gain subscribers and gain traction on that platform, which is, I thought, weird because I use YouTube a lot. So I'm not sure what's going on in that sense last time. So during this MCO, I was like, yeah, I got nothing else much to do. So I think it's a good time to try this. So also it helped that my church, we couldn't celebrate Easter and we were practicing for the mass. So we're like, okay, what can we do? So I kind of figured, like, because I like collaborating and like bringing a lot of people into a situation together. So it's like, okay, I'm going to send you a video of me playing the piano and singing, and I just want you all to add on it. And so they did. I had about 20 plus singers, I think 25 singers, and 8 musicians.
Oh, that's a lot of people to collaborate with.
On the first try. So like,
Yeah.
and I'm very glad that I also kept I had like very talented special people that helped me with that first project. It was the De Leon brothers, Ronald De Leon's sons, Gabriel and Vince. So they helped me a lot. In the second project, it was with 75 people, 73 people. That one was I really need to have a huge shout out to Nick Leon, who's here.
Okay.
Yeah.
So let's put him up again. We can do a shout out to him again.
Shout out.
Yeah. So in that way, you started with collaborating with a lot of people. So then you, of course, put those videos up on YouTube, on your own channel.
Yes.
And after that, what gave you that spark to like? Was that the beginning, like the thing that got you into this? Like let's redo this YouTube thing again.
Yeah, actually it is, because like, oh, okay, it's it is. Do you see his comment?
Yeah, I know. Okay, so definitely have to put it up.
Yeah, I have PTSD on that too. It's like, oh no,
But
that
good
again.
one, good one.
Yeah.
But it's all for the good, right? For the good of the channel. Yeah. So after that, what happened?
So I thought, okay, so let's try to do this. I wanted to be more in depth to video editing, because I really like video editing, but I never had the time to do it. I had like old footage of my students and all that, creative shots, and I'm going to make a video, but it never happened because again we always lack of time. So like we're always busy doing something else. So that kind of became it fell into the background and eventually forgotten. So that's why I still have a lot of footage to edit now, because I think it's time to clear it. So it kind of,
because you also have interest in video editing.
yes.
Yeah. So okay, good. Then after that, what happened? That was both of those were church projects.
Yeah, the first 2 big projects that I did were church related. One was for Easter and Pentecost.
Okay. So after that, then you revived your interest. You got really excited about the channel. And how do you start growing your subscribers then?
So this, I actually got into a YouTube community. So they are like mainly Filipinos. Yeah, so they kind of took me in. They said, oh, I like your channel, let's help you get it out there.
Okay.
So
and how did you stumble upon that?
I have to thank my other teacher, my business partner, Andrea, Hara. Her stage name is Hara. So yeah, she kind of introduced us, and then that person really took a liking to the channel and said, yeah, let's do something about it. So basically she's our team leader, where we need to she will like motivate us, like, come on guys, where's your newest video, why are you not streaming? So kind of keep us in check.
Okay, so she kicks all your butt.
Yes.
So I hope Hara or Andrea will be watching this later, and then big shout out to her lah. I mean, I also know her, and I've also seen her YouTube She sings really well.
Yeah, she does.
Such a good singer, such a great voice. Okay. So because of that, you got into a community, and because of that, you started getting back into your YouTube channel. And of course, the Filipino online community adopted you
Yeah,
in a good way,
basically.
in a good way. Okay. And then you started making videos. So now I saw that on your channel, you have videos that you uploaded as well as live streaming videos.
Mm, yes.
What kind of videos do you prefer to make? Are those the ones that are nicely edited, polished, or the ones that are just live streaming?
I of course would like to do the edited videos. The live streaming is not much of a creative challenge. It's more of a physical challenge because you're at the mercy of the internet, you're at the mercy of sound equipment breaking down, and it has happened multiple times in our streams.
Okay.
I don't like that type of stress. The
Yeah,
physical,
that,
that on the spot. Oh no, what do we do now?
okay. But that's also part and parcel of why people like to watch live. It's because anything, any crazy thing can happen. I mean,
Yeah.
it has also happened to me. I mean, there was a time when I was getting my guests into this Facebook Live, and she got in, and I couldn't get in. And I was like, she was panicking. She was like texting me, asking me, "Okay, I'm in. Where are you? Where are you?" And it's gonna start soon. It was like, I think less than 10 minutes to
Oh wow.
starting time, and she was like panicking because she doesn't know what to do. And because as a guest, you can't do much. You can't
Yeah.
really manage the stuff there. So that was when I told her, "Don't worry, we're gonna do Plan B." There's always a Plan B, backup somewhere. So
Yeah.
eventually, we managed to get online. So all kinds of crazy things happen. Or sometimes the guest will say something weird. And you feel like, okay, that is
Yes,
really,
I have had
you
that.
can't, you can't censor it. You can't take it out. You can't say like, okay, let's just bleep this out of the thing. So yeah, I understand that. But
You just put
people
on
like
your
watching live
phone.
because like this, right? Like all your friends are here. So let me just say hi to your friends lah. Hi Priscilla
Hi, Sarah.
and Nicholas.
They
And you
all
call her
know
Sarah,
her.
huh?
I call her Susay.
Oh, okay.
Because she looks more like a Susay than a Priscilla or a Sarah or a Dominica.
Okay. So okay, hi Nicholas, and he says that he has to leave her. Really enjoy
No,
the conversation here. Gotta sign up,
uh,
gotta work
he's
to do.
probably he's coming over now.
Oh, okay. That
You
is
must
cute.
see him.
Okay. Hi and bye, Nicholas. Okay, that's good. So, I mean, the live streaming has its own challenges as well as, of course, it has its own pros and cons. People can ask questions. So, the other thing I want to encourage all of you to do is if you're watching this, please ask questions. If you have anything to want to ask about YouTube. Okay, so now let me ask my question about YouTube. What was some of the challenges? I mean, of course, the challenges of live streaming, as you mentioned just now, right? But I also know that I'm sure there are other things that you are concerned about when you're doing your live streaming. Uh, is it difficult getting your students in helping you with the live stream, or do you have to like say, "Hey, we're doing a live stream, just come in"?
For me, my live streams, basically everyone's in the center, so it's fine. And I have a lot of great teachers around that will help me, and they're all very supportive of this next venture that we're going into. So they will
Mm.
come and they will give us moral support. Some of them, like Nicholas, he will be there doing the sound and watching out for us because I'll be on screen and it's very hard to
Mm.
like suddenly go back and do some technical work. So he does it for me and it's a really, really great help. So I think if you want to start a live stream like this, especially like if it's performance based with equipment, you
Mm.
need a team, at least 3 people. So one of
To
them
do.
is of course the presenter is
Mm.
the first one. The second one is your sound guy, sound and
Mm.
visual effects. So basically, like if you're doing a normal screen like this, is fine. But what
Mm.
if you have like stuff like us? We have visuals and all that, so they need to know when to cue it.
Mm.
And if it's possible, the third person is the commenter. So like reading out comments to us, like, oh, this guy said something. Then at least the presenter might not, forget to acknowledge people.
Okay, that's a good one. That's a good setup because I think you also need to keep your eye out for certain comments, certain people who drop in and say hi and all that. Because even though the comments come out on the YouTube screen on the site,
Mhm.
it also quite a lot, right? I mean, sometimes it goes up quite fast, so
Yes,
you might miss
yeah.
people.
So this
Okay.
is with the team, right? Then it's easier for us because we don't want to like miss out anyone because it's not we didn't purposely like with malicious intent to leave someone out. But sometimes people
Mm,
feel like, oh man, I came and I supported, I commented, and they didn't respond to me.
yeah. So saying that, let's just say hi to Joe Ong.
Hi Joe, thank you for joining.
So I also feel that when we're doing live streaming like this, a lot of times we really need to acknowledge the people who are watching us because
Yes,
they're the ones who actually make the streaming successful.
true.
So thank you all of you for coming and supporting Adele.
Yay.
So you've got three people set up to do the entire live stream show. So let's talk about how frequent do you do this live streaming? What's the
Right
frequency?
now, it feels like every week.
Okay.
Just because we took on a project with Mom Miriam. So they approached us and they asked
Hmm.
us because we started a YouTube channel and they were like we were doing a lot of this just performing and trying to gain funds for like certain organizations. So Mom Miriam got interested and then they asked us whether we could do a 6-part series for them. So we are on
So
6 weeks. Yeah.
this coming weekend is the sixth one.
This weekend we're on a break. Yes.
Oh, okay. So I
Yeah.
was just thinking like, okay, maybe we could drive some people to your live stream this weekend. You
It's
stream
on
on a Sunday.
Sunday 4 p.m. Yes.
Okay, so this week don't have, but the
Next week,
following
yeah.
week.
Yes.
Okay, so all of you who are listening to this or watching this, remember to go and check out Adele Academy's YouTube channel for the live streaming that is raising
Yeah.
funds for Mount Miriam Cancer Hospital right here in Penang. So I think that is a really noble gesture that you're doing, and you are all putting all your efforts. I've joined in one or two, and I've seen all your students and you, and even some of your friends coming in. So I think it's a really great effort. But I think that is also something that people like because I guess the concept of performing is not just performing for performance sake,
Yeah.
but to tie in with something that's more interesting and like a give back, right, to the community.
Yes. True.
Yeah.
So
Okay. So let's.
yeah, sorry, we have another one also coming up with Green Hero, a collaboration with Green Hero. That will
Okay.
be sometime in October. So they are a company that helps reduce food wastage. So that means
Mm,
when restaurants they after everything right, the leftover food usually goes into the rubbish bin
mm,
because it's not ethical to be giving out and all that. So
mm.
they will take the leftover and they will sell it off to people who are interested through an online platform too. And
Okay.
they are trying to save so that there will be no food wastage.
Okay. So
So
how is that? How does the food and the music go together?
it's nothing much. It's more of like we like their cause, so we are going to try to help them raise funds so that they can expand their business to Malacca.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, so
Okay.
we are trying to do a collaboration with them, and then we have a few things planned up. So maybe we will have some eco-friendly performances coming up. Yeah.
Or also something that helps them explain a little bit more about what they do. I've heard about Green Hero. I have.
Mm.
They do a lot of this reducing food wastage. Right. The job is just to reduce the food wastage and all that. How do you get connected to these people? Besides, of course, Mom Miriam coming to approach you and your Green Hero coming out after that. So I guess after Green Hero, I'm sure there's another partner or another collaborator coming. So how does that happen?
I don't know. I think it's just the power of the internet. Really, if you are very seen on the internet, then people will start reaching out to you. I think it will naturally come forward. And if you're doing um, you're doing something right, then more people would be um, more interested in trying to get to know you and try to work something out that will be beneficial for both parties. And I know how I got to know Green Hero was because I always order sushi from them.
Okay.
Yeah, and
So
then
it's also food related lah.
yes. So I was talking to the boss because it's just so happened that my first order was with the owner of Green Hero. The admin, I think the admin wasn't on duty, so the boss actually replied. So then we got connected from there. So he found me. He found out what I did through YouTube because he friended me on Facebook, and then my Facebook has like a lot of YouTube posts. So
Okay, so
that,
that's how you got your collaboration going.
yeah,
Yeah.
essentially.
So it's the power of connecting with each other online. And of course, I have to tell people what you're doing online. Otherwise, they wouldn't know
Yeah.
exactly what you're doing.
So
So the other
social media
question,
is very important.
yeah. So the other question I want to ask you, the quick one. Why is it important to get your first 100 subscribers for YouTube lah? I mean,
First 100 is to get your own customized channel.
okay.
So that means you can have youtube.com/Adele Academy, and you can find it instead of just the random things.
Numbers,
But
right?
yeah. So the first 1,000, right, is a milestone because you will open up a community tab. It's basically like a YouTube timeline that you can use, and also it starts you on a monetization journey. So becoming a YouTube partner and all that. So you notice that all these YouTube channels, they have ads and all that. So the more ads people watch, the more the YouTube content creators will get money. It's based on how many subscribers they have and how much their content is being watched. So it's two criteria.
So getting your first 100 subscribers milestone is one, right? So you can get that name instead of the numbers, right? Then
Yeah.
the first 1,000 is to make sure you get to monetize what you've produced for YouTube.
That is the, I guess that's the milestone that everyone is chasing for, the 1,000.
Okay.
Because
Yeah.
I noticed a few channels that just stop at 1,000.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
But that's a pity. If you can get to 1,000, I'm sure you can get to 5,000, 10,000, and all that, right?
I'm sure.
Because they already have some formula in place
Yeah.
to do that. Okay. So then now I'm going to ask you, what was your formula to get to your first milestone?
I rely a lot on community. So basically, right, when I was starting out, I had this, we call ourselves Team Malaysia.
Because they're all in Malaysia.
We are all in Malaysia, but I think I'm one of the few Malaysians in that group.
Okay. Because I remember you said they were like the Filipino community.
Yeah.
Okay.
So it's Team Malaysia, but they are all in YouTube for a while at least. So then we share our thoughts and then we share our support. So we have a support system that actually will help us, will help share to other people. It's like, hey, come, why don't you look at this channel? It might interest you. So we link up. We do a lot of connection also as well.
Is it a very millennial way of marketing?
I guess so.
Is that how most, I mean, of course, not only YouTube, but other things, is it how most millennials tend to want to collaborate and work with each other rather than work individually?
Yes, I think I notice now that everyone wants to partner up because it's strength in numbers in a way. So that at least like you're not so scared doing this by yourself anymore. And you're not only going in clueless. So you have people like, hey, okay, you're doing this right, but you're doing this wrong. So how can you improve it? And I have a lot of very good friends that give me constructive criticism. They don't necessarily like comment on my videos and all that, but they will tell me like personally, like, oh, today's live stream, your camera angle's off. So something you should look into. So like all these things, they will they help encourage me to improve my channel further. So you can see like from the first live stream till now, there's like a whole lot of difference and a whole lot more like complicated. But
Okay.
it's
I like how those things come out on your live stream. Like halfway, there's like there's a video plays, right? Like you introduce one of your students, and then there's a nice video coming out, and then later, of course, continue with the live stream. Or
yeah.
halfway down there, there's the touch and go QR code that people can scan and donate immediately. So how those are the technical stuff you're talking about, right? That
Yes.
technical guy of yours helps out with that.
So basically, I already created all the Q scenes. So they just need to know where and when to show it up. So you can't do this because you're in front. Because if you were to go to the computer to do, and you're actually using the computer to already record you, right?
Stream this, right? Yeah.
So it's a bit weird.
So
Like nobody wants to see your face like that.
Yeah. So I like this concept that how, I mean, I don't know whether this is very millennial now, but I think that there is a trend that's going towards collaborative marketing. And a lot of people coming together to do things with each other, just like what we're doing right now with each other. Of course, I've known, for those who are watching, I've known Adele for a few years already. And we've been friends, we've known each other, our backgrounds and all that. So it's very easy talking to her and knowing what we're going to talk about. Even if there's nothing to talk about, we can still talk about something. Yeah, something or other.
Anything.
So in this case, would you say that it was very helpful to get into a community first for your YouTube marketing?
It is, because you can do it alone and hope that your videos go viral enough so that people will want to watch more. Like we have had a few success stories recently with the Pavitra and the
Sugu Pavitra.
Yeah, Sugu Pavitra and one more. Starts with Vinod.
Viva Noah.
Yeah, Vinod.
Hard name to pronounce. Yes, Viva Noah.
Yeah, but I feel like if they had a strong team to support, right, all their challenges that they are facing, right, it won't take such a big toll on them. Because recently, even Viva Noah had this minister calling her out, saying it was fake.
Yeah, but that's really, to me, I think that's really uncalled for. The fact that she did take her exam. Yeah, so it is a really, really unfair comment towards her. So, okay, so right now, just say someone comes to you and say, hey, Adele, I'm totally brand new at this YouTube thing. I'm also a business owner, may not necessarily be running a business school, a music school, but I want to get started. So what will be some of your top tips or ideas or things that this person can get started? And of course, assuming that this person is not scared of using video, because
yes, you can hide behind like video editing.
Okay, but just say the person wants to be in front of the video and saying that, okay, I want to use it to market my business, because these days you see there's so much of publicity online about people using videos and how one video can make the business, right?
Yeah.
So what would be some of, maybe give us your top 3 tips after having had so much of experience online?
Always have a plan on what to do next. Don't expect don't wing it, because when you wing it, things don't go as planned. I've tried it. Okay. So you need a schedule. The best thing is to, let's say you promise yourself every week you need to create content. So you have to put it out. So be it a stream or a video, whatever, make sure it's out there so that you're not inactive. Because even though your channel is small, inactivity is the worst thing that can happen to any channel. So that is one. Create a very strict schedule and follow and adhere to it, and also have future content ready. Don't always just okay, what do I do this week? Should I just shoot now? Because sometimes things don't happen. What if you want to do an outdoor shoot and it's raining the whole week? Ayo, hello. Hello.
Hi, Kalung. Okay, must pull out this. Hi, teacher Adele. Means you're a student lah. What do you teach? What do you teach this person?
Yeah, no.
Ah, okay. So hi, Kalung.
Yeah.
Aren't you glad to be seeing your teacher talking about something else than music?
Hey. Yeah, Carlo is very, very supportive. He likes like all my posts on YouTube.
Okay, that's good.
Thank
That
you.
is good. Yeah. So back to what you're talking about. We took a
So
quick break to say hello.
advertisement.
Yeah.
So we did. You need to do scheduling. You need to have future content, and of course, have a support system because this journey can be very lonely.
Hmm.
And if you have friends or family that support you, it's like so much better. Like, and although of course, people who are not just just supporters, like, oh wow, it was such a good show. It's like people who actually tell you, actually today the video wasn't that good, or oh, your subtitles were wrong. At least these things to help increase the chance of you improving.
Hmm.
And it's much less painful to hear it from a support system than from a random commenter on your video.
True. True.
Yeah.
Okay. If you have all this in place, then it will be much easier for you to you know get your stuff online on a regular basis. The other thing I wanted to ask you was, is it because I see a lot of YouTubers, they often announce when they're putting up videos. Is this
Hmm.
a good thing? Is it a good thing to announce, like, I'm putting up videos on Monday, Thursdays, or Wednesdays, Fridays, or whatever?
I actually follow this YouTuber. She gives good YouTube tutorial tips, and she helped me actually, like, her tips helped me create a more cohesive channel. Her name
Hmm.
is Catherine. Let me see if I can get you the link of it,
Okay.
and then I
That we
will
can
share
put
it.
it up.
Yeah.
Yeah. Is she local? Is she Malaysian,
No, she's
Filipino?
not. No, she's not.
Oh,
She's I think she's from the US.
okay.
Yeah. So my internet is really slow.
Yeah, but I mean, can you imagine we're in Penang and this is the internet? Can
I
you
know.
imagine being in somewhere rural and it's like literally both of us would have to climb trees to get to our.
Hey,
It's
it has happened before.
yeah.
So hold on, let me find it. She does really, really good content. So she is from nobody in a way. She was a
Yeah.
content writer. She was a copywriter, and then it wasn't working out. So she tried this YouTube thing, and she built from the ground up. And she tells you her story and tells you what is good to maintain in that in your YouTube channel.
Okay.
Yeah.
So we will do you send it to me or no?
I will share it up. I will share in the
Okay.
comment section so those that
Okay.
want to see it can see it. But let me just
Okay.
find it. It's not coming up.
Don't worry about it. Later
Yeah.
we can put it up.
We will move on.
Yeah, we can move on, and so you learned from people, you have a support system, of course you have your technical team to help you on the day of the event,
Yes.
and of course you have people giving you feedback, and
Yes.
not just all the nice good feedback, but also feedback on how you can get to the next level in your live streaming or the video, right?
Mm-hmm. Yes.
What about some of, okay, now we're gone to that, what you should do. What about some of the things you shouldn't do, like some of the like crazy mistakes, weird stuff that people often do? I mean, okay, we were talking before this, we were talking about the scheduling. Let's talk about it. Should you announce your schedule? Like I do videos, upload videos on a Monday,
Yeah,
Friday
yeah.
kind
I think we should because it keeps you accountable, and also it
okay.
gives your viewers like, oh, I like this content. I'm gonna actually wait for them to post more.
Okay.
I sent it to
Okay.
the private chat, the link. I don't know how to post
Okay.
it.
Okay, so let me just put it in the comments here. So
Her name is Catherine Manning. I find her content very relatable and like very insightful.
I'll say check this resource out,
Hmm.
and then they can go and find it
Yeah.
and look at it more. Okay, so yeah, so the scheduling is good to announce so people know when your next video is coming up, and they also hold you accountable, right? If it doesn't come out, then they say, "Hey Adele, I thought you're gonna
Yep.
put it up on Friday, and it didn't come out on
So it
Friday. So
helps
what?"
bite the laziness bug.
Yeah. It also keeps you accountable. Like for me, right, I announce and tell people that I'm doing this Facebook Live every 2 weeks. So it
Hmm.
keeps me accountable. So every 2 weeks, whether I like it or not, there's a
You
show
have to
coming
do
on.
it. Yeah.
Yeah, I have to do it. But of course, like you say, the scheduling is important. Knowing that you have a show coming out every 2 weeks allows you to also plan better and give your guests a bit of a head start so they can prepare themselves. Lah. Okay,
Yes,
so
true.
okay, three of the most craziest mistakes ever made, or probably
Um,
crazy mistakes lah. Not craziest lah, just crazy mistakes.
Copywriting is an issue. So one thing for me, because I do music, so there is a very high chance of it getting copyrighted. Like you can't do covers without
Mm,
getting copyright claims. So copyright claims are easy. It's not so bad, but
mm,
getting a copyright strike can get you barred from YouTube.
okay,
So
so that's
don't
dangerous.
so don't blatantly rip somebody else's audio and put it into
Mm,
your video, because if they trace it and if that party is not forgiving, you can
mm,
get your YouTube channel barred. Be it like 100 subscribers or like 1 million subscribers. If let's say another person strikes you, then
mm.
your YouTube channel is basically doomed for the next 4 months.
4 months. They allow you
Yeah,
that long?
yeah.
Wow.
So copywriting is a huge issue. Create your own
Mm.
content. Please do not rip off other
Steal
people.
people's music.
Not only steal people's music, but steal people's idea. Like ASMR is such a big thing now. Like
Mm,
there is this one person who says, "Oh, these few things that can help you sleep," and then
mm,
somebody else who's also in the ASMR community does the exact same video like few months down the road. Oh, then
mm,
it causes a lot of dispute. And if you don't
mm.
have a large fan base, you
Yeah.
basically lose everything.
Wow. Even to that extent, just
Yeah,
copying that person's
yeah.
idea. Even if
So
you're filming it differently. Even if
yeah,
you're filming it differently.
I guess you can film it differently, but the title needs to be different. It has to have almost no resemblance. And
Mm,
if let's say they are using um, maybe I don't know, I don't watch ASMR, but since we're on that topic,
mm, mm,
so like the clacking of keyboards to help you sleep.
okay.
So then the other
Okay.
person actually uses clacking of keyboards too.
Mm,
One is you're able to get away with, but like more than one, it's very hard to explain.
okay. I put it here for those people who are like, what the heck are they talking about?
Yeah, clacking of keyboards. That's what we are talking about.
Yeah. But to some people, a lot of things are, I mean, it's also very personal. Some things are very soothing, right? Some things are very annoying.
Yeah.
Just, it's a
So,
personal preference.
but in terms of content creator, try not to rip other people off. It's not ethical. It's not ethical, and it's just you will get backlash for it.
Okay.
So all these things
Then,
going into it will be easier, because I know
mm,
it's easy to like, oh man, this person has such a good idea, and it,
mm,
it went viral, like 100,000 views. Like, what do we do now? Oh, should I
mm,
copy? Usually it
mm,
doesn't work out well. So
mm.
try to be as original as possible
Okay.
and
What's
stick to your vices.
Okay, so in your case, what other things have you seen out there? Probably it's not something that you have done, or probably
Yeah.
it's not some crazy thing you have done, but maybe what are common things that you've seen out there YouTubers are doing that are a bit, bordering, not so good things lah, or things that don't really give them good results.
Uh, Depends on what you say also as well. If you're doing a live streaming,
Hmm.
be very, very cautious of what you want to say, because the world is easily offended now.
Hmm.
So a lot of views can get
Yeah.
offensive. So
Okay.
yeah, as long as it's like appeasing to the general public, it should be fine.
Okay.
But yeah,
And
so hmm?
and any other things from your own personal experience that you have,
Personal experience
seen?
is don't skim on quality. Quality. Don't
Mm,
skim on quality, because I know if you're rushing it, right? But if it's not working out, don't rush it. It's better to let them wait a few days than to like
mm,
put out a very horrible video and be like, hey, we're so used to good stuff from you. What is this? And
mm.
then yeah, that's one thing, is don't rush the process. So it all comes down to proper planning. If you don't plan, then you realize, oh, I have nothing else to put on my channel, and then you'll be rushing and creating stuff that not necessarily what you wanted to do in the first place.
Okay. Okay, then I want to ask you now, what is in the future for Adele Academy's YouTube channel? What do you have planned?
Hopefully more. I would like to make it more student focused. So that means we are going to start showcasing student performances and
Mm,
allowing them to be to record and all that. So like they will learn how to do music recording, music production, even video editing. So you will see a lot of student collaborations with the teacher's guidance.
okay. And on your side, what is because I can see that one is Adele Academy, which is your school.
Yeah.
The other one is also you, the person. You can call it a teacher, but you the business person. What's
Yeah.
what's in your plan for you?
For
Yeah, for
for
yourself generally in terms of marketing. It doesn't have to be necessary YouTube lah. I mean, even though we're talking about YouTube, but it doesn't really have to be. It can be outside of that. It can be something slightly, non-YouTube like, but marketing wise.
I'm trying to up my game in terms of social media, because my friends have told me that I suck
Hmm.
at Instagram.
Okay.
So that's
Stuck to
something that
you. You don't post regularly, or
I
you
don't
don't,
post
or you don't
regularly,
post right
and
now.
I just don't know what to do. Like, okay,
Okay.
Instagram for photos. No, it's not. Apparently, it's a good marketing tool that I didn't know anything about. So like I don't
Okay.
post stories. I don't see how the importance of posting stories. So I need to really up that, because in terms of marketing yourself, Instagram is one of the better ways to do it, because
Mhm.
that's the younger crowd.
Hmm. So meaning, right now a lot of the younger people are no longer on Facebook, right?
Yeah, they shun Facebook. They're like, oh, you're still on Facebook, really?
Yeah, Facebook probably is more relevant if you're slightly older,
It's
probably even
good
their parents,
for
right?
businesses. Actually, like a lot of business owners, they get connected through Facebook.
Okay. So
Yeah.
your next big thing is Instagram and learning how to use it.
Yes. Instagram and getting our website started. And
Okay.
of course, doing concerts and all that. Lah.
Okay. But in the next, I would say in the next 6 months, not next 6 months, probably now it's already another 6 months time. Where do you think that will you be still doing a lot more stuff online or less stuff online?
Probably more, because this is where the world is going and we want to be on that boat too.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay, then what's your next goal for YouTube?
YouTube, I would like to actually get monetized. So
Okay.
I want to work towards that. So
Mm.
I mean, it's like an achievement for me.
So
So
that
it
it
would
means hitting the 1,000.
hitting the watch hours now, because I
Oh,
already hit
watch
the
hours.
yeah. So
Okay.
creating enough content that people will want to watch more, and that's how
Okay.
you make it on YouTube, is that people not only subscribe to you but actually want to follow you and your adventures every day. Like they are
Mm.
constantly watching it.
Do you know of this channel called Paulo from Tokyo?
No, not
Okay,
familiar.
so Filipino,
Oh, okay.
Filipino. I didn't actually I stumbled upon his channel because one day I
Mhm.
don't know what I was googling and I stumbled upon his channel. He's very interesting. He's Filipino, but he lives in Japan. and he's married to a Japanese. So a lot
Oh,
of his adventures are about Japanese life. So one of the interesting things that he does is right now his channel is so popular that it's basically he has split up into his wife has a channel, he has a channel, uh, and he produces a day in the life of means that, for instance, just say you are
yeah.
a cosplay person, right?
Oh,
So
okay.
he follows her on a day in life, or what she does every day, what's her daily life, or a day in the life of a Japanese housewife. What that would look like. So I don't know how I got into watching that, but I found that quite interesting because
I
I don't
think
know, maybe it's a reality thing. Like you have not
it's
seen
a bit
that
like
kind.
Nas Daily, I think.
Yeah. But his is pretty long. I think his is more like about 10-15 minutes, even sometimes up to 20 minutes or so. So I thought one of the more recent ones that I can remember from this kind of why I watch it is
Mm,
because he showcases a different way of life,
mm,
and he sees it from a foreign perspective, even though he's been there for so many years, and he can explain certain things, why people do
mm.
certain things like that over there. So that's why I thought, okay, so watch hours are also important. So how long you stay and watch and hang on till the end, rather than
Yeah,
just watch the first 2 minutes and just get
no.
out.
What's the point of having a lot of subscribers if they're not really watching your content?
Yeah, yeah. But so it
So
comes with personality, right?
yes, again, personality, and make sure you have stuff that people want to watch. So not necessarily what you like, other people like. So you really need to know your market, and if you want
Mm,
to market yourself, you need to make it interesting in that way,
okay.
so that people want to know you.
So, okay, so we've come to the last question. What's the one key takeaway that you want people to remember as a result of listening to our conversation today?
Um, don't get demotivated. It's a it's a very huge struggle to try to handle one platform, not even
Mm,
all. But like, don't
mm,
give up, because if anything, right, if you want to do it, you just have to pursue it no matter what. Even though you only have like one viewer, who cares?
mm,
You take
yeah.
take take encouragement in that one viewer, and hopefully that one viewer will become two and more. Yeah.
But of
So
course, yeah, but of course, everyone has to start with one or two viewers anyway, right? I mean, that's life. But I would say that a lot of times everyone starts from that, and nobody
yeah.
starts on automatically with, unless you're a celebrity lah, then you start off with
Yeah.
thousands and thousands of viewers. That's pretty good advice. So keep going. So I really do hope that you reach your goal
Thank you.
uh,
Yeah.
in the near future.
Soon, hopefully.
Yeah. And the community, do you want to give a shout out to that community that you're part of? Do they have a channel? Do they have a name?
Yes, actually, I would like to give a shout out to Team Malaysia, especially our leader, Coffee and Jam with Chris. She,
I watched that.
yeah, so she is the mastermind behind our team. So we
Okay,
do
so you
have, yeah, yeah.
coffee
So
and jam,
with Chris, yes.
Chris.
Yeah, and of
Okay.
course, please follow my wonderful employees, my wonderful teachers, like
How did they know who they are? Okay, you must give a shout out also. I don't know who they are. You got so many.
so. One is Hera Tunes,
Okay.
Nick Leon,
Okay, follow Hera Tunes, Nick Leon.
um, actually Sarah Susay also has one, but I'm trying to get her to more to post more.
Okay. So I
Yeah,
have here Hera Tunes, Nick Leon, Sarah Susay.
yeah. And I think you can get a lot of the channels based on my homepage, my YouTube channel. I have a
Okay.
featured channels list there. Yeah.
Okay. So that's why I have to show this, right?
Yes. Please do.
So find her. Of course, we're talking about YouTube. So of course you have to go to your YouTube and check out all her other videos that she has besides the live streaming that you can join, not this weekend, but next Sunday, 4
Yes.
p.m. And usually you live stream for how long?
1 hour plus, about 1 hour 15 minutes maybe.
Okay. So find her on YouTube, but other than that, find her on Facebook and also Instagram. And anything else you want to say?
Nothing much. If you have any questions, feel free to message me. I don't know much, but I can try to help in what way I can.
But I think as it is, you already have given some very good advice because you're on that journey of doing it.
Mm.
And I always believe that I also want people who come onto my Facebook live series to talk about their experience, because it's one thing to talk about theory, right? And you know this, right? It's one thing to talk about theory and all the stuff, but it's only until when you get into the trenches and you start doing it, then you realize, wow, the theory is quite different.
Yeah.
And it's not as easy as it sounds like. And there are so many things that you wish someone told you. So part of it is also knowing what you don't know and go and learn some more, go and find out more. So that's why for all of you who are listening, watching this on the replay later, check out the resource that we have in the comments. I'll put it up later in another post so that they can all go and watch this person and learn more about her and what she teaches about YouTube, and follow Adele and go and check her channel out. So for those of you who are still interested more in this topic, I mean, you can connect with Adele anyway.
Yeah.
And get to know her. First of all, just follow her lah. Follow and subscribe. Follow and subscribe. A good one, right? I mean, follow and subscribe. I mean, that's the whole idea. Follow and subscribe.
Yes.
So
Indeed.
for those of you who want to know more about us, you can go to redboxstudio.com, and you want to be updated, sign up for our newsletter. So why I say sign up for a newsletter is basically these days when people forget, right? If you tell them that I get on Facebook Live every 2 weeks. So I would say that if you sign up for the newsletter, I will definitely email out and tell you when it's coming. So at least you know what's coming up rather than just having to remember what's the specific date. So thank you so much, Adele. It has been
Thank you for having me.
fun having you. I want to have you back again, probably when you get your next milestone.
Haha. Yes.
So that's a deal, huh? So when you get next milestone, you have to tell me.
Sure.
So then we will actually talk about how you went from what you are now to where you are. So it's like kind of like following you as you proceed and grow on this journey. So thank you for those who are watching. Thank you so much. Thank you for all the highs, and I think most of these people, your fans, your students, your
friends,
your teachers, your friends, and all those people. So this is actually going to be a conversation that we're going to continue once she hits the next milestone. So thank you so much, everyone. Have a great Thursday, and we will see you in 2 weeks' time for our next Redbox Studio Facebook Live series. Thank you, everyone.
Bye.
Bye.